Okay, I'm the only flawed human being they need to be able to idolize. Just me. I'm the only one. And if anybody else, if there's another man on this planet that's more flawed or as flawed as I am, he needs to not exist for my children. I am God to my children, and that's it.
Child, I don't get it.
That's what they think.
I just, it's. I'm tired of them talking about Lil Nas and making it seem like you can't control anything or any conversation that you have with your kids. And let's say hypothetically, right? You're watching YouTube, the kids watching YouTube. Somebody put Lil Nas X in a video on the YouTube Kids or whatever. It pops up.
Right.
You can't have open dialogue with your child. Like, I'm really
no. Okay, you cannot tell your children gay people exist, because if you tell your children gay people exist, then you can't have the conversation birds and the bees, a man and a woman get married, because then they're gonna have to ask why you ain't married my mama, why my daddy don't live here. They gotta have those conversations too. They don't want to have those conversations. They don't want to have conversations with their children about what is going on in the world these children occupy. And these children are gonna grow up and think that the only thing that happens is what they see their mom and daddy doing, and they're gonna get out in the world and get shocked by reality and be all pissed off and be attacking people. They really should talk to their children, but they're not going to. They don't want to be forced to. They want the internet to raise their children, but just the way they want the internet to raise their children.
Well, preach, preacher. Right, it is what it is, though. That's the thing. It really is what it is. It's like I'm so tired of hearing these grown men reposting Lil Nas and then to Lil Bootsy always having to comment, and then had the nerve to comment on his post the last time.
Did he comment on the post?
He commented on this man early in the morning, child. I'm like, oh, okay. You waking up thinking about Lil Nas X.
Because then he said he was going to turn around and suck one of his background dancers' dick.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't understand what's happening here. Like, what are you doing? If you having feelings, just say that. You know?
He's probably making a lot of guys feel a lot of different ways.
Oh.
They having some repressed feelings coming up.
I mean, he is an attractive dude.
Mm-hmm.
His skin and his lips, his little body or whatever. He's an attractive guy.
It's a little body too. It's. I'm personally offended by his body being so little.
I'm glad that he keeps it fit. You know what I mean?
Right.
He got the little 6-pack and his little pecs or whatever. I'm here for it.
Right.
You know, he's like what, 21 years old? You know what I mean? Like, let this man be great. Okay.
That man is living his life.
Right. He was living his life and he was trolling the hell out of y'all, and y'all are falling for it and keep on putting this man's name in your mouth. Period.
Speaking of name in your mouth, did you see that video of Wiz Khalifa getting fed the meat at the Salt Bay thing?
No.
Okay, so
I wish I would have had it right now.
It just clicked in my mind when you said put his name in your mouth. So he was at the little Salt Bay restaurant or whatever. You know, they do the show and they drop the meat in your mouth. So the man cut the thing, had a big old piece of steak and dropped it in Wiz Khalifa's mouth. The comments was crazy. They was like, "Oh, I would never let no man put his meat in my mouth." It wasn't his. It was Wiz Khalifa's own meat. Can you let a man put your own meat in your mouth? Is that gay? To go out to dinner and
everything
get fed?
Is gay, sir.
I'm just saying.
Everything's gay. This video is gay. I'm gay. You're gay. We're all fucking gay. Everybody in the comments, if you logged on to listen to this video, your ass is fucking gay too.
You're gay.
You're gay. Everything's gay. So,
so
he goes to the Salt Bay experience.
Right. And have the full experience.
The Salt Bay dude feeds everyone.
Right.
And so Wiz gets fed a piece of meat by old dude. And now that's gay.
It's gay.
I'm done with the internet.
You know what? I'm understanding that a lot of people are very, very homophobic. A lot of people out here having really bad sex. A lot of people are out here not talking to their kids. They out here not telling their spouses secrets. People just out here living lies on the internet, acting like they happy and they not. Mm.
It's really unfortunate.
It is, and I when I saw the comments, I was like, "Oh my God, your broke is showing." Yeah, like you worried about what this man is doing. You could never get this man can feed you meat with all the money that you make a month. You'll never get nobody to feed you meat like that. You better take your ass to Outback and shut the fuck up.
Oh my goodness.
Just that's all I'm saying. If you
Right.
can't afford nice things, you
Just
shouldn't
say
comment
that.
on other people's nice things. Right. Like if you can't afford to shut the fuck up.
That's what the title of this particular episode should be. Just say that. Okay.
Right. Just say that. Just say that or shut the fuck up.
Right.
That part.
It's quite interesting. I'm finished and I'm done with it. I'm just
Mm.
I'm just like I've tried to just be on the internet less. Okay.
Yeah.
Just because I'm over the trolling, I'm over the homophobic behaviors, the comments.
Everything.
I'm overhearing people trying to force others to take vaccines that only protect them. Not it doesn't protect anyone else. They're lying. It doesn't prevent you from getting it. I mean, these are my own thoughts. My thoughts are risky. Okay.
Mm.
But I'm just tired of everything on the internet right now.
I'm just tired. The internet is too much internet.
Except for the shady ass tea.
Yeah. We're real bright light in the darkness.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
That's the bright light.
Absolutely. Goodness.
Okay. So Andre 3000.
Correct.
Kanye West.
Correct.
Life of the Party. I heard the verse. I heard the Life of the Party verse. Beautiful verse. Had curse words in it, so it couldn't be on the Donda album. And then
the thing is that that's some BS because they blanked out everyone else's. And even Kanye had some that were blanked out.
I'm just saying what the statement released by Andre 3000 said. That he didn't realize it was going to be a clean album, and the verse that he gave couldn't be done or couldn't be understood properly as a clean version.
So why wouldn't he get? The thing is that why wouldn't Kanye share that information from the beginning? Don't you think that would have helped?
I think Kanye sharing a lot of things from the beginning would have helped a lot of people do a lot of things. And so I think that Kanye's withholding of information and Kanye's not being fully transparent in his artistic process, I'm being very kind with my words.
Mm-hmm.
I think has created it is part of his like brand of confusion. Because I feel like his brand is confusion. His brand is like chaos and like mayhem. And then he puts a diss verse on the song Andre's supposed to be on. Now, I didn't listen to the diss because I'm not here for the diss of the Andre 3000. I didn't listen to the diss. I may go back and listen to it. I did not listen to the diss. I listened to Andre 3000.
It wasn't him dissing Andre 3000. It was him dissing Drake.
Either way.
And Drake and someone else. I forgot who the other person was.
Either
it wasn't a diss to Andre. It was the fact that so obviously what likely happened was Andre 3000 received the betting of the song, right? He received the betting of the song. He put his verse together. There was no other verse sent to him, so he had nothing to go on. Obviously, he didn't have any clear directions as to where they were going with that. He sent the verse back. Verse was probably good. Then it gets to Kanye, and Kanye like, oh, I'm going through this thing with Drake. Let me rewrite my verse, and then he makes it a diss track,
or have somebody rewrite his verse.
That's what we go do today. That's what we're doing. We having a moment of silence.
I'm just saying. He's continue. I interrupted you. I'm being rude.
So possibly a ghostwriter wrote his verse. I'm not sure. Okay, whatever it was. And then Andre 3000, they didn't put the thing on there, and then Andre 3000 was like, "What the hell?" And he may very well have pulled it. Who knows?
He said they told him they weren't going to include it. And then he didn't know. Again, it's very that he said he didn't hear the song. He heard the verse, like the music, wrote his verse. He wanted to be a part of it because because Kanye explained it to him as a musical tribute to his mother. And with Andre's mother having passed in 2013, he was like, I want to be a part of this, tribute to my mother, blah, blah, blah. As someone who's lost their mother, I understand wanting to be a part of a tribute to somebody else, who's lost their mother, because that's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to go through. And so he wanted to be a part of it, and they didn't include it. And they based on his statement, the reason they did not include it was because there were curse words in it. And there was not a clean version of the verse. And so they could not include it. And then he rewrote it and had that diss shit on there. And so he was like, I was a little bit, not disappointed, that's not the word he used. But essentially that he was disappointed in that when he heard the song, it was like, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And so maybe we'll have another opportunity. Maybe this just wasn't the time. Everything's supposed to be everything's supposed to go the way it's supposed to go. Mm-hmm. But still, to me, just too many people attached to this album who are like, what the fuck, Kanye? You know what I'm saying? For it to not be like Kanye was fucking people over the entire time. Mm-hmm. Like, too many motherfuckers just like, what the fuck, bro? Like, too many like big names. Like, nigga, like you have me working on this shit all these months and shutting my mouth up, and then you don't even put me on a fucking album. But you got 48 songs on the album.
And I think that's why Soulja Boy was feeling some type of way, because he's like, man, you called me every day about this freaking album. And I think Chris Brown felt the same way too. Like, he probably was calling him, hyping him up, getting him to redo some stuff. And, they probably felt like their time was wasted. And I feel it. I'm not mad at Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy doing a lot of trolling. He could have done the first couple of trolls and then let that go, but he's still trolling he's like, I'm gonna talk shit about Kanye every day for the rest of my life.
He's gonna get every bit of views, likes, all of that from this Kanye situation. But I'm gonna be honest, if Kanye called me to be like, hey sir, you should talk some shit on the interlude. And I'm like, cool, I can talk some shit on the interlude. We need your interlude talking shit. We need it right. We need 4 of them. We need it right now. I'm like, okay, I'm sending it over right now. And then the album came out and not one of them made the album. He was like, well, we need you to redo it. We come in and do that. I was bitch ass nigga. Like I would be mad. I legitimately would be mad. I would be like, you fucking wasting my time. I could have been doing something else.
Right. Yeah.
I think Kanye is kind of cold for that. I really do.
Yeah, I definitely would have felt some type of way. Go ahead.
Real quick, I want to kind of jump back to the Michael K. Williams. Did you see 50 Cent's response to
I did.
His death? How do you feel about that?
It may have initially been insensitive, but I think that he was right. So I think that now that the press has released what the investigation now is, mm-hmm. He probably was like, I told y'all motherfuckers that's what it is.
I told you he was on drugs.
I mean, I'm not. The thing is, like, I feel that it's insensitive, but I literally thought the same thing in my head. I just didn't type it out. I think I actually said it out loud, actually, because when I heard of his death, before I read any additional articles on it, right? But when I heard of the death, I was like, "Damn, this fentanyl getting everybody." That's exactly what I thought. That was my first thought. I don't even know this man. I didn't remember him doing the interview with Breakfast Club where he was talking about he had a drug issue. Mm-hmm. I didn't remember that.
I do. I
remembered it after the fact, but I didn't remember it at that point. And that was my first thought. Damn, this fentanyl is getting everybody.
It is. She's killing all of them. Fentanyl is a he.
we gonna call him a he.
We don't want fentanyl to be a lady. We don't want to have equal rights.
No, because cocaine is already a lady, isn't it?
She is a white lady. So maybe this hybrid is mixed.
We're not gonna use our words. We just go keep mix is the good one.
Mix is the good one.
Mix is a good one. We're using no other words. None.
Okay.
None.
Okay. So I live in Texas.
You sure do, child.
I live in the state of Texas. My governor in this state, the governor of this state, Greg Abbott, the great state of Texas. We just passed a law I have to say that here in Texas, this law has passed. I signed into law 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, a woman can't have an abortion. Now, before I even get into that, also here in Texas, we don't have to have a license to conceal a weapon. I don't have to wear a mask at the grocery store. My kids don't have to wear masks at school. I ain't gotta do none of that. So I can just go. I can kill whoever I want to kill, as long as they already born. If they not born already, they have more rights than anybody that's already born. I'll throw it to you.
I think you need to get the hell out of there, okay? Because they're trying to turn this shit into. I don't know. Next thing, slavery is going to be back, and I don't even know what the hell is going on there. Texas is out of control.
Yes.
Okay. And yes. They don't give no shits. No, I am not using proper grammar. They don't give no shits in Texas.
No shit. No
None.
shit. No
None.
Shit's given. No dams. No fucks. No shits. None of those given.
Nah. It's like I don't even know. Like I don't even know if I live there like that. Like I would have to move, okay? Because there's been a series of decisions that have been made, one after the other, that impact people who are living their lives, right?
Right.
And I'm like, what in the entire freaking hell is going on here? Like, I don't know.
What in the Handmaid's Tale is happening?
Yo, Handmaid's Tale, that shit is real, okay?
Right. What in the Handmaid's Tale? I need to go watch. I've never even seen the show, but I know they couldn't. They was being controlled
under his eye, child. When you watch the Handmaid's Tale, you'll be like, "This is Scientology in Texas together." Right. And I'm dead ass. You definitely have to watch that. That's like an assignment.
It's homework. I have it watched by next week. I need to understand, why do white men or men in general think that they have a choice with somebody else's body? Like, it doesn't make sense to me, right? And like, I hear the argument, if she can decide not to have the baby, can't I decide not to take care of it? Which my response to that is, y'all niggas have been deciding not to take care of babies for years. No one's ever stopped you from not taking care of your baby. There's no law that says you get on child support because you did fuck the baby into her, but she's like, hey, I'm gonna get rid of this baby, so you ain't even got to deal with it.
I got raped and I don't really want to have residual effects from this, rapist.
I think what I'm saying is, like, it shouldn't have to be something traumatic for me to have an agency over my body.
First of all, this is what I would like to tell white men and black men and men. Stay out of women's business. Stay out of fucking women's business. Like, I don't understand it. Like, these are not your decisions to make. You do not own this body. Like, I know old white men, y'all used to owning, people. Okay.
Right.
But that shit is over and gone. All right. So I think at some point, someone else needs to step in, aka Biden, Congress, legislature. I don't know. Someone needs to step in, and they need to make decisions for people to make their own fucking decisions.
Right.
Because the way that that's set up over there in Texas, you gonna be saying under his eye.
Right. So 6 weeks. Let's kind of break it down. 6 weeks. That's when you go in and hear the heartbeat. You're like confirmed pregnant at 6 weeks. I have 3 children. You can't even hear a heartbeat before 6 weeks, and so you're not even really pregnant. You may have a lot of people have miscarriages prior to that, don't even know they was pregnant. So the idea that at the point where you actually know that you're pregnant and you're moving forward and you're in the first trimester, and you can't have it, and then somebody can get $10,000 for telling they can drop you off at the abortion clinic, but then snitch that you went and get $10,000.
They can't, because they can't drop you off.
Listen,
they can't drop you off because they can't drop you off and snitch.
They could be aiding and abetting.
Right. Thank goodness for Lyft and Uber, because I don't know if you received their emails saying
Mm-hmm.
that we ain't with the shit. You know, you
Right.
cannot control where you take someone, and
Right.
in the event that that does happen, we will pay your legal fees.
Right.
So I appreciate them doing that, because
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, how are you? First of all, it's not your business, okay? Like if I get in an Uber and I say, hey, take me to this place,
Mm-hmm.
the Uber don't know where the hell I'm going. If
Right.
I say take me downtown, you don't know where I'm going.
Right.
You're
Just
just
take me
dropping me off,
downtown.
right?
Take me downtown, Jamal. Okay.
So it's like at this point, I think that there's going to be a series of things that happen in the event that a woman has to make a decision for herself and put her
Mhm.
life and her livelihood on the line
Mhm.
because of something that may traumatically may have happened to her, or
Right.
the fact that she just needs to make a life decision.
Right.
Now he's like, I can only see them if they did get an Uber. You know, it's gonna be a rogue Uber. You know what I mean?
A road Uber.
Or it's taking me to a different address, because I'm sure they're gonna be searching. That's gonna be another
Yeah.
thing they're gonna do. They're gonna start
Yeah.
searching addresses of where
Right.
people are going and where people are taking, you know, others. And I think that
Right.
it's crazy that, first of all, like I said, I'm gonna retro back to this and I can end my statement, my rant. Men need to stay out of women's business, period.
Mhm.
These are not your decisions to make choices of what I do with my
Right.
body.
Right. I think that I agree, 100% agree with that. I think that men who have women in their families, because a lot of issue that men have is that they don't know at all what women are going through. Right? They're not talking to women in any real way other than trying to fuck them or tell them what to do. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to tell a woman what she shouldn't be doing, or trying to see what they can put inside of her. Right? And the men who are actually having conversations with their woman or the women in their lives and are hearing the cases of sexual assault, the cases of harassment, the cases of being discriminated against, the cases of being belittled, the cases of being talked down to. You know, I've just been talking to my daughters and what they're going through at school. Gives me a different perspective on women having agency over their own bodies. And so I don't think that it should be, even if there was like a thing where it was okay, was for rape or for incest, and you know, nobody should have to have a daddy baby. Let me just say that. And you shouldn't have to have your daddy baby. Two though,
Woo!
it shouldn't have to be something traumatic.
Listen, listen, that is a profound statement there. Because the way these women and young girls are getting raped by their family members and their
Right.
fathers, what
Right.
in
Right.
my heart
And
hurts
so
for people who are going through that stuff.
me too. And so and you shouldn't have to have something traumatic happen to you to be in control of what you do with your own body. You know, it shouldn't have to be, oh, I was raped, or my daddy raped me, or my brother raped me, and I got pregnant, and now I should be able to get an abortion now. It should be, it's my body. I got pregnant, and this is how I want to handle the pregnancy. And you know, damn how you feel about, you know, what your faith is. Damn about how you're pro-life. It has nothing to do with that. Because I'm not pro-abortion. I'm not like everybody should get an abortion. Everybody should hand out abortions.
Right.
I'm not pro-abortion.
Right, but there are
I am
circumstances
100% pro-choice.
right. There's circumstances that people make decisions for themselves. I cannot make a decision for another woman on what she should do with her body. I cannot make a decision as to what she may be going through or experiencing. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's not my business. No. So it's not the state of Texas's business either to try to regulate what a woman does with her body. And it's or whomever may know that this person may be making a decision for their own life. I just don't even know.
I don't understand it at all.
How do you feel about that, being you know, someone who resides in Texas?
And so being somebody who resides in Texas, I think when I heard it, I thought it was, you know how the internet like makes up lies and always these fantastic lies. It's like, wow, that's the craziest thing I ever heard, you know? When I heard it, I didn't really believe it at first, because when I saw the 6 weeks, I'm like, 6 weeks? Nah, 6. I didn't even like click on anything. I didn't even move past it. I thought something was gonna come out and say, "Oh, that was a lie. Don't worry about it." And then it kept. I kept getting alerts, and I read the articles, and I was like, "This is New York Times. Okay, this is CNN. All right, this is the Washington Post." I'm like, "Oh shit!" And this is really what they doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really really afraid for, again, the women in my life, that live here in Texas. The two women that live in my home, my sister lives here, and the idea that if something happens to them, or because you can get pregnant just from having sex one time. She may be 16, the first time she ever had sex, she got pregnant. She don't want to have no fucking baby in high school. She want to go to college and be a grown up. They want to be fucking raising no kid, and they can't do that. They can't make a choice to say, okay, I want to continue my life the way it was before. I don't understand that at all, and I don't understand having the idea that you have the right to make that decision for somebody else. And I don't want somebody having that right to make a decision for the women in my life.
So does that encourage you to want to move?
It does. It really, really does. It does. Because or change the law.
To change the laws, but it's like, is Biden going to put forth what he said he's going to do in order to encourage those things to be changed? But at the same time, it's like, how long is this going to take, right, to reverse? So it's just so many things. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, the thing is that a lot of these decisions that I do not agree with when it comes to your body, period, about anything that you put in your body or want to take out, it's not my business.
Right.
So it is what it is.
I agree. I don't know. But I think that the idea that you don't have to have a license to conceal a gun. So I can have a gun in my pocket, pull out and shoot you, right? Kill you. I could kill you with the cold I got. Okay. I could kill you with this COVID or shoot you in your face. And that's legal. But if she get pregnant at a bar on the weekend, she gonna have to have this baby. She gonna have to take care of this baby. This what I said is that every baby y'all have that y'all didn't want, y'all should send it to the governor's mansion. Y'all should send it right on over there to Greg Abbott. Let him take care of it. Since he's so concerned about everybody having a baby, he need to make sure you send all y'all babies. Get the address for the governor. I'm gonna get the address for the governor's mansion. I'm gonna post it on the internet, and y'all send all y'all babies to Greg Abbott and let him raise them.
Well, let's close the case on Texas. We got like 10 minutes left, so I know we could finish up some shady ass tea. Because goodness gracious.
Yeah. So Lil Uzi, somebody ripped his diamond out his head.
I heard that. Did he not think that was ever going to happen? Like the first thing I thought when he said he was going to put that in his head, someone's going to rip that out of his head.
You thought that?
Yes. I'm like, that's the first thing someone's going to try to do is take the shit out of his head. I mean,
you know what? When I heard it, I was like, oh, but I didn't think immediately that somebody was going to rip it out of his head. I really didn't.
I did. He just had it put back in.
Yeah. At least he still has it. He still has it. He still has that $25 million diamond.
Lil Uzi verse, stop it. Okay, that is over. You did it. You were the first rapper to put a diamond in your head. A pink diamond in your forehead. Okay, it's over. Don't do it again. Get that skin sealed up and carry on with your life, bro. This is not where it's at. So
I feel like Uzi, his next album cover should be him laying on a chaise lounge, like on a Titanic, like with the, you know how they
with the diamond, with the diamond.
Yes, I feel like that would be
not with the diamond though.
Listen, I'm dead ass serious. Like, I feel like he should do that. Should be his album cover. That should be the next art for his album cover is that diamond. You know, him laying on the chairs, like, you know, can I paint you from the Titanic?
You know what? You should really submit that. Drop that on his comments. He may very well be open to that. I'm not sure.
I think he would be.
But I definitely thought that pink diamond was about to be gone long ago. The first round.
I'm surprised. Okay. I'm surprised somebody snatched it out and didn't immediately get the fuck out of there. Like, if I snatched that diamond out of his head, I probably would have left with Uzi. Like, if I'm gonna take the diamond and the case. Like, I want all of it. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna hang it around. I'm gonna hang him around my neck just him hanging. Just he's not a big guy. I could just put him on.
We're closing the case on that. R.I.P. to the forehead, Diamond.
Aw, sad day. And Kylie Jenner is pregnant again.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that last week, did we?
We did not. Yes, ma'am. She is pregnant. I think she's pregnant by Travis again.
Yeah, her and Travis are expecting. That's the word on the street. And I mean, you know what? I'm here for keeping the same baby daddy. I definitely would appreciate the same baby daddy. So I don't think that that's a terrible idea, a terrible thing.
I'm 100% here for same baby daddies.
Yeah.
Because and not that multiple baby daddies is a bad thing. It's just an easier thing, easier co-parenting. I know what kind of daddy you are. I know what you're gonna,
Right, especially if you're already like you're a good dad. Like, okay, cool, we can have another child. So that's why I think like Chloe was trying to get another baby with Tristan, which that probably is gonna happen with the surrogate. But I think that Chloe was essentially, wanting to have the same baby daddy. I mean, I'm here for it. I definitely do not want, if I in the event that I decide to have a kid, and in the event that I decide to have multiple children at separate times, I definitely would like to have the same baby daddy. And I don't want the baby daddy to have other babies. That's a whole other, because I don't want that. I don't want to deal with a baby mama.
But what if you don't have to deal with a baby mama? I'm
good. I just would prefer that my baby daddy, if I decide to have a baby daddy, that my baby daddy be my baby daddy.
Don't have no kids. Okay.
Yes, that's
would
my
you
preference.
have a younger baby daddy?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. As long as they were responsible, as long as they can financially provide, that we don't, they're open communicators. Their dialogue is great when it comes to communicating effectively with the kid and myself. I'm good. My original set for a baby daddy ruined it for us, so I'm on to the next.
On to the next one. Well, when you have your twins, because that's what you're gonna have.
Gonna happen, child.
You know when you have your twin girls, when you have your twin girls, your mixed twin
not girls.
Can
I have boys?
No.
Why they gotta be biracial? How they gonna be biracial from I have me a good chocolate man? How this gonna work?
Thank y'all for coming out tonight. I appreciate. I appreciate.
Don't be living in my past, child. Don't be living in my past.
I appreciate y'all being here. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're right here with us. Right, watching Carrice talk about she's not gonna have biracial twin girls. You mark this date, okay? You mark this biracial twin girls. You're gonna be like, I have an announcement, you guys. This is the daddy. Bloop, white man. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, goodbye. I have not dated others for quite some time, as a matter of fact. Speaking of others, Britney Spears' father asked the judge to end her conservatorship.
Thank God. Let her crazy ass control her own crazy money.
Let Britney be great, okay? There are plenty functional people here with mental illnesses. And I'm sure she has a financial advisor. I'm sure she has all the things in place. I'm sure she has all the things in place to help her in her life. She does not need you to tell her if she can get an iPad, child. Britney went out and got her iPad after they had the.
After they got an iPad. You know how much control somebody gotta have over you for the first thing you're about. I'm gonna give me a motherfucking iPad.
She could not have an iPad, so she went a few weeks ago and bought a freaking iPad. How ridiculous is that? How ridiculous!
That's like when you give kids money, the first thing they buy is a candy bar. Like that's the very same thing.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
It is
like the fact that she didn't have an iPad, which probably means that they were restricting her phone or putting her phone away.
Not putting her phone away.
She could do all the videos dancing and turning and wearing the same shirt. I don't give a damn. Y'all need to let Britney be free and do what the hell she gonna do. Because if they're not
gonna take Boosie's phone away, they should not take Britney Spears' phone away.
And Boosie for real got a mental illness, y'all. Seriously.
I do
So
love Boosie.
listen.
I'm just saying.
So this is the word Spears told the court that she wants to control her life back without the safety rails of a conservatorship. She wants to be able to make decisions regarding her own medical care, deciding when, where, and how often to get therapy. She wants to control the money she has made from her career and spend it without supervision or oversight. Okay, she wants to be able to get married and have a baby, and if she chooses, and she, in short, she wants to live her life, and I think that she should. So
me too. Because
so
you know what, Britney Spears can send me. So I'm gonna send her. I'm gonna write her a letter. So Britney Spears, I've always supported you. I've been watching you since Baby One More Time at my grandma's house in Gina. Can I have $100?
Just $100?
I'm gonna ask for $100, and she's gonna send me more because I've only asked for 100.
Shout out to Britney Spears though. Like shout out to Britney Spears hanging out at Southern University. Shout out to Britney Spears just being herself and dating ain't shit dudes just like everybody else, child.
Just like everybody else. Everybody else saying fuck boys. Why she can't?
I used to run into Britney Spears all the time at Planet Hollywood. Like I would be in ballet and she'd pull up right in front of me. Britney's just a regular ass chick.
She's just a Louisiana white girl. That's all.
Yeah, that like she liked that chocolate. She liked that chocolate thing.
Well, baby, you can talk to her about getting the white one.
You know what? You know what? We don't need your fans, okay, right now. Yeah. So it looks like another thing that's going on in Texas. So since we can go back and reflect on that, Greg Abbott signs a new voting restriction law.
I'm gonna need him to roll his ass on out of here. I'm tired of Greg Abbott.
So he signed into law the bill that bans 24-hour and drive-through voting, imposes new hurdles on mail-in ballots, and empowers partisan poll watchers.
I'm just, you know what?
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start looking for you a place. I'm gonna start looking for you a place
somewhere
here
else
in Las Vegas. Here back in Las Vegas.
This man is in a wheelchair and he's about 175 years old. How you gonna be a part of two protected classes? Always trying to discriminate against somebody. He said, "Oh, none of that matters. I'm white." He said, "I could be crippled and old because I'm white." And I'm a man.
I don't know. You better get out of there. They're gonna start restricting y'all being able to go over state lines here any second.
Right.
How do you feel? Real quick, anyway. while we have like 1.5 minutes left.
Okay.
How do you are they mandating? I wouldn't assume they are, but are they mandating vaccines like for people who are working at certain places? Where in Texas?
Doctors. Just doctors, just like but everybody else, the teachers don't have to have it. The students, nobody else has to have it. Nobody in Texas make us do nothing. We're just gonna be dying. Well,
I think that's all. We had a lot of shady ass tea to deliver to y'all today. Those of you who are listening live, if you're listening on hot7025fm.com, on Streama, on Facebook, on Twitch, if you wherever you are, click that share button, tell your friends about us, and let them know that the shady ass tea is up and live, and y'all can watch it over and over and over again. And then, sir, where can they catch us again?
They can catch us every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hot 702.5.
Hey.
They can follow me on Instagram at the Sir Armstrong and on Facebook at I don't know what they're at, but definitely Sir Armstrong.
Okay. All right then. Follow Sir Armstrong, the Sir Armstrong, and then you can also follow me at Carrice, ECARRICE. Don't forget, you can also catch me too in the morning, 8 a.m. bright and early, child. Bright and early. I will be on the Morning Wood. We'll reach the gym. We'll be spilling some hot news. We got some hot topics. We got some blowing the whistle on some of the new sports things that are going on. So tell your friends about us and check in, all right?
Because ain't no wood like the Morning Wood.
It sure ain't, child. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Shady Ass Tea right here on hot7025fm.com, y'all. We'll see you on Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.